How's it going? Nick McNaboe.
Michael Milano.
Today we have the pleasure of talking with Jessie Taylor-Vermont of Novato Downtown Streets Team, and he's the project manager and is really the driving force behind the downtown team you guys see in the green and red shirts, also those purple meters.
Green and yellow shirts.
What did I say?
Red.
Well, I might be wearing a red shirt today. I think I went on it, yeah. But so the green and the yellow shirts, and also those purple meters you guys will see on Grant Avenue, stretching from 7th Street down to Dr. Insomniac's and the train station. We've got a great Q&A session planned for you today, and we're so excited to introduce Jessie and what he's up to in the community.
Yeah, and to shed some light on the program that he runs and the people that you see up and down Grant Avenue, making sure the streets are clean.
So when everyone first joins the team, they're in a yellow shirt. They're kind of getting used to those daily work habits that is important for employers. Mm-hmm. You know, things like showing up on time and communicating with your manager, and you know, those kind of regularity things that might be taken for granted but are really important to practice. And then, you know, we also have a green shirt on the team, which is, again, someone still from, you know, the similar experiences as everyone on the team. So it's not some outsider telling people what to do day to day. But that green shirt is responsible for, you know, the team members and kind of managing behavior and things like that. And so it's really this ladder of success that we provide to give people that management experience that they might not otherwise get. And so we've seen a lot of success with that, where it's not just, you know, some outsider telling people who might be experiencing homelessness or, you know, precariously housed what to do all the time. Mm-hmm. We really lean on our peer support, because as we know, you know, when you're hearing from your peers, whatever your situation is, it's going to go a lot further than, you know, someone who might not be your peer. Mm-hmm. You know, when I first started at Downtown Streets Team, one of the surprises for me was how many people had storage lockers of stuff, of their belongings. And after thinking about it, it made perfect sense. No one, you know, homelessness is caused just from the simple not being able to pay rent. And so no one goes into a situation of living outside or living in their car expecting, oh, this is going to be a long-term thing. Mm-hmm. Everyone goes in it, oh, it's going to be a few weeks or a month until I get back up on my feet. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, that's one thing we often see. Everyone has a life that they're, you know, wanting to get back into. Yeah. That's one thing that we work on, is removing whatever barriers there are. Mm-hmm. Whether it's getting the right documents or, you know, getting connected with the right job, or, you know, getting connected with a doctor or legal issues. We have case managers that are amazing that work on anything a team member, our volunteers, need to work on.
I love it.
What a nice resource.
Yeah, I mean, I'm blown away. I just, you know, seeing them being able to do work during the day, be productive, mm-hmm. but also have somebody like you and like the resources backing them up. You're like, this is a successful pipeline. It's like that we can like get out to the community and I mean interact with. I mean, just knowing who these people are, and everyone's got a unique story.
Yeah, you know, one thing we always tell people, you know, there's a bunch of different ways that people can support us, mm-hmm. But at the very least, people can always say hi. Mm-hmm. Our team loves, and Novato especially is, I'm a little biased, but I think it's one of the warmest communities around, because we have so many people who say hello to our team, thank them for what they're doing. You know, as you mentioned, you know, it's so visible to see the before and after of where the team has been, that, you know, when we go on holiday break over the New Year's, you know, we get people waiting, like, when are you coming back? Because the streets are covered in leaves. And so we get so many people, you know, walking their kids and walking their dogs, strolling their kids, strolling their kids to say thank you, and it's just so wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, and there's plenty of people that have, I'm sure, just seen them doing what they do and really not knowing the story behind who they are and what they're doing.
Right.
And the program that you've provided for them and the community. It's an amazing service.
Yeah, a lot of times people think that like we are the city of Novato, and no, we're our own nonprofit. It's separate from the city of Novato, and you know, the background of our volunteers, our team members, you know, that's one of the most important things that we love to share. You know, you were asking about success stories, and you know, even though we've had a very small team here in Novato, we are very proud of all the success that our team members have had. We've gotten, you know, dozens of people into housing despite not having direct funding for housing. We've gotten people back into work, and one thing that I always appreciate about our statistics is that we don't start counting success at work until someone's been there for 90 days. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I can get anyone a job and they'll keep it for, you know, a day, but to get someone, you know, into employment for 90 days or more, that's where we see the long-term success start to build.
And you guys have meters around town, right? You talk about what those look like.
No, those purple meters.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So you might have seen those purple meters. There's 5 throughout, right along Grand Street, from 7th all the way down to the train tracks. And those meters are each to sponsor one slot on the team. So right now we have roughly 5 spots on the team, and we want to expand that to 10. So we have 5 more of these meters, and those meters are all available for sponsorship. Mm-hmm. And so those sponsorships, if anyone's interested in sponsoring a team member, they can contact me. I'm at Jessie at streetsteam.org. And in addition to, you know, sponsoring the meters, they're also, you know, coin operated or credit card operated refurbished parking meters. And one of the cool things is, you know, oftentimes we'll have kids looking to help out, and they'll bring their parents, you know, jar of change and feed the meters. And so what that change does is give us what we call flex funds to, you know, help us provide for our team members. If someone needs, you know, a pair of work boots or a pair of black slacks to start their job, we can help provide that with our flex funds. So, you know, if someone wants to contribute coins or contribute sponsorships, those meters are the most direct way to really support the team.
And that's totally different than, you know, somebody out on a street corner holding a sign asking for money, because it's allocated in a way that is meant for advancing them back into the
Absolutely. Workforce. You know, one of our biggest aims is, you know, when people are contributing money, not only do they know where the money is going, but we also, you know, it comes with a whole lot of resources when you're on the team. You know, so we always try and, you know, connect with everyone in the community who might be able to use our services. If someone is panhandling, you know, our team will talk to them, you know, whether it's just a simple check-in of seeing how someone's doing or inviting them to the team. Mm-hmm. You know, there's so many resources on the team that really we've seen people turn things around from, again, being in that survival mode to that goal-setting mode.
Right. Well, dozens. I mean, that's success proven. You get a track record. That's amazing.
There's a commonality between what Mike and I do with what is going on, because there's a mindset when somebody's looking to make a move. It could be like a monumental change, or maybe like a family shift, or just a job transition, and they're in this fight or flight response, and Mike sit down and talk to these people, and just getting them out of that fight or flight response, things just clear up. They just start to see things clearly. There's an action plan in place, and as soon as that's in place, it's just like there's freedom in that to get out of that like panic state. And what you're providing to the community is a beautiful thing. And I mean, that's what Mike and I's #1 goal is, to get people into that mindset of just relaxed real estate transactions. We do this all the time. Like, whatever you need, what's your story? We listen to it, and we can take action on your behalf, and you're providing the same sort of support where it's most needed in the community right now, which is, you know, displaced people, essentially.
Yeah, you know, one thing that's really unique about our program is we really focus on each of our team members, and they all have their own stories.
Yeah.
Some people are ready to do a sprint. Some people are more in it for the marathon, and it takes some time. And regardless, we're there as guides, like you guys are with your clients, of ready to go at whatever pace the person is ready to go at. And then we often do sock drives and hygiene kit drives, because we do a whole lot of outreach at local encampments, and socks is one of the most important things that we hand out. It's something that everyone needs constant use of, because when you're on your feet all day, you go through socks really quick.
Yeah.
And we also run a mobile shower program here in Marin County.
I heard that on when I gave you a call this morning. There's a nice little outreach for that.
Yes. Yeah. So we have a bunch of different locations all around Marin, here in Novato, Sausalito, San Rafael, Fairfax. And so we have mobile showers that go all over the county, and set up for a few hours, serve showers, and all those are available at marinmobilecare.org, all the locations, so anyone can find out more about it. But all that is to say, we hand out hundreds and hundreds of hygiene kits every single month. We just served our 11,000th shower the other month. So we're constantly connecting with our unhoused community members, and that's one way that students or school groups or church groups or any group you're part of can support us on a more grassroots level to go at.
Especially if they're all working in a forward way towards a better situation.
Yeah.
And that you provide that for them is incredible.
Yeah, we're one thing that we often celebrate is just each other's successes. And every week, actually at City Hall, we have what's called a success meeting, which is, it's really hard to describe. It's part, community update, part, sharing in each other's lives, where people will share up, some kind of positive thing that might have happened to them in the week. People will share, connections on, I heard about a job opening, or a health clinic, help me out with something, whatever it might be. We really come together and have a big update every week, and that's often where I get to hear about all the shout outs every week that the team has gotten from people passing by, all the hellos or the thank yous.
And that's at City Hall?
That's at City Hall, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, right now that's at Thursdays at 1 o'clock.
Perfect. Are there any other really common questions that you get asked that we didn't cover in this video today?
Yeah, one thing that we often hear about is just the reason for homelessness. Everyone is always looking for a silver bullet of, if we could just fix or cure one thing. And, if you, again, there's this point in time count that has a lot of great information in it. If you just Google up, Marin County's point in time count, you'll find the most recent data. And there you'll see, people cite a lot of different reasons, from, job loss being number one, or unable to pay rent as the cause for their homelessness, but other things like alcoholism or drug use, or mental health or physical health, and oftentimes those things are never happening in a vacuum. They're always, it's multiple things kind of co-occurring. And the easiest way I explain it to kids presenting in the classroom is, we all have our security net of different people and resources we might reach out to, and homelessness just happens when too big of multiple challenges happen to stretch your safety net so thin that you don't have any other resources.
Yeah.
We all might have experienced or know someone who has lost a job or lost a residence, or had a physical health issue or a mental health issue or family issue, or drug and alcohol issue. and they are still housed. And so it's not a matter of just one of those things, but multiple of those things happening in a relatively short time.
Yeah.
You know, one myth that we hear is oh, someone just might not enjoy or want to utilize any resources, or they'll say no to, you know, certain handouts or something. And oftentimes, you know, from talking to a lot of folks, it's really a lack of trust that's been, you know, people have been let down for various reasons. Yeah. And so, you know, sometimes I like to think of my job as my currency is in trust, of building trust over time with our team members, you know, to kind of re-invite them in to connect with some of our systems, because these are systems that might have let them down before. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, having the trust of our program, our case managers, our employment specialists, to really be that guide with them, even when there's setbacks, we help them move forward. That's a huge part.
Love it. I mean, it brings a lot of clarity into just a really kind of like turning into a cornerstone of the community, and seeing that we have the resources and people like you in our community. It's really what makes us happy to be and proud to be a part of this community. Mike and I were both raised here, and seeing that these resources are now being presented in a proactive manner, like there's stuff being done about you know, homelessness in our community in such a beneficial way. It's like it's unbelievable. So really, thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you.
This is Jessie, Taylor-Vermont from Novato's Downtown Street Team, and I mean I'm blown away. Mike Milano and I've been just really fortunate to interact with his street team. So feel free to reach out, talk to them. They're extremely nice. And Jessie, you're a cornerstone of our community. So thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thanks, Novato. Don't forget, just say hi.
Just say hi. That's what we did, and now we're talking about it. And because we did say hi and we're talking to you, hopefully more of you guys know who they are and what's behind what they're doing, because it's an incredible service to the community, and we're lucky that you're doing this, Jessie. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.